Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be reviewing the Astra a month on from when I first got my hands on it. So I hope you're all well. As I said, it's been a month since I got the Astra. It's gone quite quickly actually. I'm just about to clock it over to 1,270 miles. So for those of you that watched the original video, you'll know that's 1,000 miles in a month, which is a lot more than I was expecting, but I've done quite a few longer journeys this month. So yeah, done quite a few miles in it. And I'm going to give you a few pros and cons that I've found with the car, some likes, some dislikes, and yeah, just going to sort of go through my thoughts and feelings on the car a month on. So if you are new around here, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the like button. It really does help out a lot more than you might think it does, and it really does spur me on to make some more great videos. Hopefully the Mini will be back up on the road soon, and yeah, I really need to get it sorted because it's just sitting there on the drive rotting away, feeling sorry for itself, so I need to get that sorted. But yeah, make sure you hit subscribe and the thumbs up button, and stay tuned for more Mini content. So let's start with some good things about the Astra. It's really comfortable, really quiet. You know, there's very minimal road noise. I'm using a new microphone today, let me know what you think. But yeah, it is really quiet road noise wise. The engine's not the quietest. It's quite loud, I'd say, for a 1.6 diesel engine. I know diesel engines are a little bit louder usually, but it's quite a bit louder. You know, even the 2.5 litre Beamer engine wasn't this loud. So yeah, it's a little bit loud, but not the end of the world. As you might be able to hear now, we're on some quite rough roads, and it's quite a bit louder now. But once you've got the radio on and the climate controls on, it's not too bad. So actual driver convenience, driver comfort, that sort of stuff. The car does have cruise control and a speed limiter. I'm going to be honest, I've not used the speed limiter. I accidentally turned it on once and it was actually really dangerous. I was trying to turn the cruise control on and the buttons are very next to each other and I didn't really know what all the buttons did. So I pressed the button, flicked the switch, and I accidentally turned the limiter on rather than the cruise control. So then there was a cyclist to the left of me on a very small back road. I was driving to overtake him, but the car wouldn't let me go past. I think I accidentally set it to like 26 mile an hour. It was a 30 road. I think I accidentally set it to 26, and then yeah, it just wouldn't let me get up to speed to overtake the cyclist. I was, getting up to speed close to the cyclist quite quickly, and there was cars coming on the other side of the road, so I needed to overtake. I luckily managed to cancel the speed limiter, but it did cause a bit of confusion for me as a driver, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, the cruise control is really useful, obviously. Used it a few times now on longer motorway journeys. It's a little bit confusing to sort of get your head around, so you have to press the button for cruise control and then flip the switch next to it down, and that will set it to one below your current speed, and then you can adjust the speed with the switch. But cruise control is a very useful feature that I'm so glad this car's got. As I said, I've done quite a few miles in it now, and the cruise control has come in really handy, so I'm glad that's there. Now, another feature I use every time I get in the car is Apple Carplay. Now, Apple Carplay, for those of you that don't know, essentially you can plug your iPhone in, and Android as well, as far as I'm aware, into a USB port in the car. That USB port will charge your phone, which is ideal, but also it will project your phone through onto the infotainment screen in the middle of the car. So that means I can have Waze, Google Maps, Apple Maps, Spotify, pretty much anything that's on my iPhone or Android phone projected onto the car. So that means I can play my music through the car. It's not Bluetooth, so that means it's a little bit more reliable, and you get better quality audio. But it also means that you can answer calls on there, you can answer WhatsApp messages on there, text messages on there, obviously by speech to text, and you can speak to SIRI on there. Best not say it because it's listening. But yeah, it's a really cool feature. I really do like it, and it just allows you to have that familiarity of the apps that you use on your phone. So for example, if I'm driving the Mini and I use Waze, I have locations saved in Waze, such as my parents' house, my house, you know, friends' houses, whatever. And if I want to get to them quickly, I can just use the same bookmarks that appear on my car, in this car, as they do on my phone, etc, etc. Now, a bit more about the car. So obviously, after driving it for a month, this is the UK, so we've had some pretty poor weather. We've had quite a lot of rain. It's trying to rain today, but nothing too bad. But yeah, we have had some pretty poor rain recently, and yeah, this in the wet, no good. It handles really, really poorly, actually. I was quite surprised, actually. You know, a bit of water on the road really does throw off the handling of the car. You know, be all over the shop in the rain and stuff. And I was just a bit, you know, taken aback by it, because I thought that it might be a little bit more up to the challenge than it is, and I was a bit surprised that it wasn't. If you're to hit a still puddle of water, that can literally throw the car around, and that has happened to me. There's a massive puddle of water that collects on a road near my house, and I've hit it coming off the motorway. It's quite hard to not hit it, basically, and yeah, it's just not very good at handling that at all. One thing I really do like about the car, though, due to its weight and its, you know, size and whatever, it's quite nippy. It's only got 105 brake. I believe it's a 1.6 litre turbo diesel. But yeah, it's quite nippy for such a small engine, in, you know, contrast to, for example, the BMW. And yeah, it's really, really nippy. It, you know, it doesn't really struggle to overtake. It can keep up with some of the, you know, some of the quicker cars out there, and yeah, it's quite an enjoyable drive. I mean, the manual side of it, I'm not keen of, because, you know, driving the BMW for such a long time, I sort of kind of got used to automatic, and driving manual's been a little bit of a challenge. But there we go, done it. So not the end of the world. But yeah, the actual car itself has been all round a nice experience to drive. As I said, it's not very good in the wet. Puddles just completely throw you over the other side of the road. But it's comfortable, it's quick, and it's really, really good on fuel. So in the last 1,270 miles, which was since the car was made, the car's done 45.8 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good, really. And since the last refuel, which was 32 miles ago, it's done 47 miles to the gallon. So yeah, really, it's quite good on fuel. I'm quite impressed with it. I managed to get 600 miles out the last tank, and that cost me roughly £50. So that's quite good. I mean, for example, the BMW, I used to get 600 miles for £85. So in comparison to that, it's really good. But yeah, I guess that's a perk of having, you know, a small diesel car. Now, one of my least favourite features of this car is auto stop start. I've never had a car with it on before, and genuinely, I think I might cry if I ever get a car with it spec'd on again. The car just decides as and when it wants to, you know, turn the car off, put it into a standby type of mode to save fuel, I assume, and to, you know, in turn save the environment, if that's something that you're interested in doing. But yeah, it's not always the best at deciding when to turn the car off. And I, over my, you know, few years of driving now, I've picked up some bad driving habits. Not dangerous, just bad. You know, for example, I will sit at traffic lights with my clutch up, you know, with the bite ready to go on the lights, and that is when the car sometimes decides that it would like to conserve fuel. Now, I don't sit with my brake on or anything like that, because I've got the bite which is holding the car up, and because I've not got my foot on the brake pedal or the handbrake up as you're supposed to do, it just rolls back. Now, I know people will be saying, well, you shouldn't drive like that, that's what it's meant to do, maybe you should just fix your driving style. But as you'll know, habits are obviously hard to kick, and that's just how I drive. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying and obviously dangerous as well for me when that happens. So I do have to manually turn auto stop start off every time I get into the car, which is a bit of an annoyance, but I'm kind of into the habit of it now, just because I don't want it doing it. You know, the few times it has done it has sort of made me panic a little bit and potentially nearly caused a crash had I not realised what was going on and pulled the handbrake up quick enough. But yeah, that's one thing that annoys me, and if I'd bought this car and it was mine to do, you know, do what I wanted with, I would look at disabling that feature permanently, because yeah, as I said, I just really don't like it, and I can find no way in the settings, in the screen and whatever, to disable it. So yeah, bit of a shame. That's one thing that really lets this car down, I think, which might sound pathetic to you, but from a driving experience point of view, yeah, it lets it down for me. I've just had to turn around because this route, I've never been down it before, I don't know where it goes, so I had to turn around because I've got absolutely no clue where I'm going. But also I was following tractors doing like 15 mile an hour, so that wasn't fun. But anyway, as I was saying, I really do like this car. You know, obviously, as I mentioned, it has its flaws, but also it has its pros. It's quick, it's good on fuel, it's Euro 6 compliant, so I can drive through Birmingham, I can drive through London, I can drive through Bristol, I can drive through, I think, Southampton. So those are obviously all really good features. The things that annoy me are just, you know, little things in the grand scheme, you know, but yeah, really, really nice car, really well spec'd in my opinion for everything that I need it for, and yeah, I'm really, really happy with it, and I feel like I've made a good choice with this against some of the other options that were available. So that's the Astra, a month on in my ownership. Thank you for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. MX-5 content coming soon, Owen. But for now, thank you for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.